You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona.
Hey, welcome to Question Reality, the show. Welcome to the Question Reality Show. I'm Priscilla Leona, producer and host of this show, and we are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. And our show will help to provide you with entertainment industry career advice. And we have a diverse range of guests on the show. They're all show business professionals, and they're working at various levels in front of the camera, the stage, as well as behind. And we have Oscar. We have not had. I'm not dead yet. We have Oscar nominees. We have Grammy Award winners, Emmy Award winners, Tony Award winners. Who did I leave out? Oh, reality TV stars, my favorite. Now, you know, I'm a reality TV fanatic, so I have to have them on. And there's a whole bunch of people: singer, actor, dancer, model, musician, PR people, entertainment attorney. Anyone that's working in the entertainment industry, I try to bring them on because it could be a career that you're interested in pursuing. Now, let's talk about if you want to be on the show. If you want to appear on our entertainment industry career advice show, or if you want to refer someone, it's very easy, very simple process. Please reach out to us via either email. You can email me directly, PriscillaLeona@yahoo.com, or go to our website, which is questionrealityradioshow.com, questionrealityradioshow.com. And if you missed any of our performances, well, what the hell's going on in your life that you're not glued to watching my shows 24 hours a day? I've been on for over 20 plus years, so there's lots of shows. You can go back on our archive pages and watch them. And here's how you do it. We have, I'd say 99% of our shows from when I started in 2003. We were on cable television, Time Warner Cable, on our YouTube channel at Priscilla Leona. We have them on Facebook Live, Facebook. So you would go, okay, I'm losing my train of thought. I think I'm drunk, but I don't drink or smoke, so I don't know how the hell this happens. Okay, so on our YouTube channel, you would type Priscilla Leona, Facebook page, Question Reality Radio Show, LinkedIn, TikTok, X at Priscilla Leona, and the website, questionrealityradioshow.com. And you will be able to see it all. It's all there for you. We ask a favor. If you enjoy the guest, please subscribe to their channel. Give them a little thumb, a little follow. I will include their social media information and their website at the beginning of, I think maybe towards the end of the show we should do it. We might do it in the beginning this time today because I'm so excited about this guest. Again, also, we would love you to follow our show. Did I say follow? What have I been in the South? Yeah, follow our show. Got to get my pocketbook out. All right, so you will follow us at Priscilla Leona or Question Reality Radio Show. If you go to Google, type my name or Question Reality Show, you will find it all. It is all there for you. Now, very exciting guest today. Wow, we are going to be unleashing creativity tonight. We are having a night with Justin Renaissance. Don't you love that name? Yeah, there he is. Look at that hot little stud muffin. Now, I'm telling you, I'm going to talk to him about this because not many men can rock a pink suit. And I am obsessed with this suit. If I were a man, I'd wear this suit every single day. You're going out to do your laundry, I'm wearing it. You go grocery shopping, I'm wearing that suit. I want to know if that was tailor-made because I have never seen a suit hang on a man like that. I have celebrity fashion designer friends, and I don't know if they could do a better job with that suit right there. So our guest is, if you haven't already guessed at the top, Justin Renaissance. Now, Justin says that pop music can change minds and save lives. Now we know that that's absolutely true. We're going to find out what his thoughts about that are. Justin has very powerful vocals, and he has catchy melodies and dance-worthy songs. You cannot listen to a Justin Renaissance song and not be dancing your ass off. Even if you're 101 years old, there's a toe that's going to tap. There's a little finger that's left that can move, that's going to move. It's happening with one of Justin's songs. So if you listen to his music, you're going to think, Walk the Moon, Neon Trees, and one of my absolute fave bands, Bon Jovi. Oh my God, Justin performed. It did me the honor of performing at my husband's birthday party in February. And I tell you, the people are still talking about it. Everybody says, oh, is he performing at your birthday party? Is he performing again? I said, I don't know. We're going to have to beg, borrow, and steal to get him up here. Now, in 2024, this year, Justin's anthem song, which is called the Pride Song, wait do you hear this? It broke over 201,000 plus Spotify streams and charted Los Angeles at number 10, in London, my favorite city in the world, at number 9, Toronto. Oh, Lord, I had some times up in Toronto. I digress. Okay, at number 58, and New York, my hometown, number 78. Now, Life is Donuts. Do we not love this title? This title is everything. I love this title. Okay, so that song had over 3 million playlist listeners, which it just dropped on August the 30th. Can you imagine? It just August the 30th. It's September 30th today. So like a month ago, he had over 3 million playlist listeners. And this song is so adorable. I love it. It's this delicious reminder to just indulge life, and even when it feels like you're going nuts, right? So I guess that's why he titled the song Life is Donuts. And his live performances have included Nashville, Los Angeles, and multiple showcases in San Diego. Every time you turn around, there's a video of him performing or a concert or something in San Diego. I think that's because he loves San Diego. And I think that might be his hometown. Not sure. We'll have to check with him. And then most recently, a second-year main stage feature at San Diego CityFest. So, boy, he is just living his best life. And we are going to find out, how does he do it? So without further ado, let's bring him on. Justin Renaissance, where are you?
I'm right here.
Ah!
Oh, my God. Hi. Wow, it's so great to see you again.
Yes, it's so good to see you. Last time I saw you, you were rocking up Lana's house. You were at my husband's birthday party at Lana's house, and you were the hit of the whole night. It's like people had already left. Unfortunately, you couldn't make it earlier because I think you had something else in town. But by the time you came, most people had left, but it was like the party just got started.
It did just get started. You were so happy. You had another glass of champagne as I showed up, and you were sitting there and you said, "Come on, Justin, you got to sing. You got to sing." And I was so excited to get up and sing and perform. I mean, it was really, really special for the people that were still at the party. And I could just see how important it was for them to have the experience of me getting up and doing a song for them. So yeah. I appreciated your invite.
And do you know I have not posted those damn videos from February yet? I'm going to do it, but I like to edit them and zhuzh them up. But I'm still working on the Harry Styles concert that I haven't posted from 2021 or my Niall Horan concert. So you're coming up. I gotta post that. But oh my God, you have been so busy. And I got so much to talk to you about. But first, let's talk about your new release, which is the Pride song in Life is Donuts. So my first, wait, I got to go back because I love that pink suit. That pink suit, I have never seen, as I said, a man rock a pink suit like that. Not even my obsession, Harry Styles. Thank you for showing that to me again.
I would have wanted to you tonight had you asked.
I know, I swear. It's not, well, while we're playing your video, we might have you run in there and grab the jacket at least to put it. Now, was that custom tailored? And where did you get that suit, first of all?
So the honest to God truthful answer is that no. I got that suit through one of the companies that sells suits through the internet, right? So you see like stuff posting on Facebook, and every once in a while on Instagram, I'll see something and I'll go, man, that looks great. And I thought to myself, if I was going to sit in a swimming pool in a suit, what color suit would I want? And I was like, pink. It just has to be pink. I want it to be delicious.
That's delicious. I'd like to take a little bite of that soup myself. I mean, that's delicious. Let's talk about the Pride song and that super cool video that you had with it. What was your inspiration for that song?
Pride song was actually inspired from the year prior when I was just really starting to develop myself as an artist. And I went to San Diego Pride really for the first time. And I say that because I was committed. I went out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I supported all of the local Hillcrest businesses. And I said, I'm going to have the best Pride experience I can this year. And what I noticed is that every time I saw somebody that I didn't know, I just said hello. I was just friendly and outgoing. And people love that. People absolutely love that. And that inspired
you have a
me.
Fan. I'm so sorry, but people are going to be just someone. Do you know who Richard Parks is? He says,
I do know who Richard Parks is.
All right. I forgot to tell you that while you're talking, people are going to be writing in, so I apologize. But hi, here's someone else. Maro Redemption Song. Thanks, Yellow Heart Red. I don't know. That might be a private thing. Okay, Carlo. All right, back to what you were saying.
No, that's wonderful. I love that. And I love engaging with my audience as well. I like engaging with people. I love people. And that is really what Pride Song was about. I wanted to remind people that we can love ourselves. We are absolutely 100% allowed to love ourselves. And when I was out on the town on Friday and I was walking down University Avenue, I was running into people. It's just passing by like ships in the night with some of my friends, people that I just know, and just smiling and laughing. And this feeling of love just kind of came over me. And I felt really honored to be a part of the San Diego community, because I don't think I've ever felt that from a community before. And so I was going back into the studio with Taylor Carroll, my songwriter and producer who I work with. And we sat down. He goes, do you have another idea? I said, do I have an idea? We are going to write the Pride anthem. And that was the goal. And it was all based out of self-love. And not necessarily like, you know, the self-love, like, oh, I'm so in love with myself. It's more of like, I really, truly love myself, because if you don't love yourself, thank you, RuPaul, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Honestly, that's how we find the people in our circle. That's how we find our tribe, is by really being honest and true about who we are and being confident in who we are, whatever that looks like. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be totally messy. It can be, as my life coach said, it can be like a sloppy Joe sometimes. And by the way, those sloppy Joes taste really good. So
I do love a sloppy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one that gets my humor, Justin. So that video, so we all know that it used to be a time where it took so much money to do a video, right? So they would just make one video per album. But now with cell phones and editing software. You can just do it yourself. So my question is the Pride song. How did you shoot that and edit it? Because it looks fantastic. It looks like an MTV video.
I want to say to everybody who's listening right now, don't kill yourselves. Put your iPhone on a stand, record the video, do it with a friend, get a gimbal and have a friend follow you around with a gimbal. My close friend and someone who is my creative director as Justin Renaissance, Timothy, he said, we can do this music video on a zero budget. Well, a little bit. We had to rent the dance studio. Yeah. But he said, people want to see you. People want to see you dancing. People want to see you having fun. And I was like, really? That's it? Because you know me, Priscilla. I am like, wait a minute. We need the backdrop. We need the I need the makeup. I need the hair. I need the outfit. Wait, let's call Gucci and Prada. Let's ship everything in. Hold on. What's my bill? 10,000. Okay, fine. It's all, no, that's the way that I roll. And it's just not realistic for artists today. Everything is so expensive. So if you are an artist and you are striving to just write the song, pick up your acoustic guitar. Like I did when I was 14, I picked up an acoustic guitar. I was playing Nirvana and I said, you know what? I'm going to write a song. And that day I locked myself in my room for the next 2 days and I wrote my first song at 14 years old. And that's really what it takes. It doesn't have to cost you any money. If you want to learn, get education, pour into yourself, invest in yourself. It's the best investment you can make. And if you want to shoot a $10,000 music video and you have the funds to do it, sure, go right ahead. But I'm telling you, you can do it from your iPhone. You can do it. And it's good enough. Everyone will love it.
Yeah, there is no excuse for you not to know how to do something. Everything you want to know is on YouTube. Or you can Google it. It's not like back in the day where you didn't know how to do anything and you were lucky to learn. So Nirvana, I'm a huge Nirvana fan. So I was just thinking how when you said you went into your room at 14, first thing popped in mind was you just came as you are, right? But my two favorite songs are Come As You Are and Smells Like Teen Spirit. I was just listening to Kurt today. That's how I get into the mood. So it's interesting that I did not know you liked Nirvana.
I have a vast interest in music, and it started, obviously, you said it already, Bon Jovi. I grew up with Bon Jovi. My sisters were listening to Bon Jovi. I could not go into the living room without seeing Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora on that television on MTV. And I was like, wow, why are they so obsessed? My sister would run up to the TV every time Richie would pop up and she'd be like, and then my other sister, she literally had the replica hairdo. The hair
I did too.
And I'll tell you what, it was a great era. People really loved fashion. They really loved being themselves. They really loved going all out. They loved the lipstick and the eyeliner and the tight pants and, the expression and the attitude. I mean, even Madonna, was kind of part of that. She wasn't 80s metal, but she could be today.
Yeah.
Right?
Cindy Lauper, Boy George.
Cindy Lauper.
People just don't know what they missed out on in the 80s. I'm telling you, as a person who lived through it and was young and then went into being a teen in the 80s, oh my God. I look at young people today, Justin, I just feel so sad that they are missing out on such a diverse just the clothes, the fashion, the hair, the music, everything was so exciting and it was so new and there was always something that was coming out every week. Now it just seems like, I don't know, young people are just on their phones and everything is getting likes and follows and taking pictures. It's like, have you ever seen what happens today? There's action or something happens and they got their phone and you're actually you're recording it, but you're not looking at it. You're looking at it through, which is not the same, but it's very sad because I
don't
a hell of a time in the
media
70s,
very well, to be perfectly honest. I kind of just throw myself in front of the camera and I'm like, here I am. Oh my God, what's going on? What am I doing?
Yeah, you can look at me. Yeah. Now the video, the Pride song, and then you did Life is Donuts. Now, what was the inspiration for that song?
So the Pride song was kind of like a surprise, right? I was inspired and I called Taylor and I said, I got to get into the studio. We got to record this. But previous to that, I had been releasing, I started with A New Hero back in 2023. I released A New Hero. It was my first release in 6 years since the Once Is Never Enough album that I released. And I wanted to start releasing the songs that I had written during the pandemic. So all of those songs were supposed to be part of an album called Your Story. I took a hiatus from that because I'm not Beyonce. I don't have her butt. I don't have her hair. I'm sorry. As much as I would love to be Beyonce, I may steal some of her fashion. I'm just not Beyonce. And if I dropped an album as a new artist, I don't think anybody would really care. So the new way into the music industry is to release songs one at a time. This is what all of my tutors, all of my mentors, this is what everybody's saying. You release it one at a time. You do it on a regular basis. And I have another 8 songs under the Your Story album still to release. That's the exciting part. These stories were from other people's walks of life. A New Hero was the story about my brother and his experience of growing up in an abusive home where he had to leave and live in his car. And now he's a television Hollywood, TV writer. And that journey that he took was his rise in finding the hero inside of himself. That's what that song was about. It was inspired by him. Life is Donuts was actually inspired by, if you watch my Accessory music video, there is a drag queen in the music video, the first drag queen I actually really met here in San Diego, Maya Glitterzone. And I sat down with Maya and I said, tell me your story. And Maya started with growing up in the Yucatan and the experience of being in a really close-knit family and feeling very safe and not having a care or worry in life. And then flash forward 30 years later, being here in San Diego, living in California, on a green card, marrying, a man who lives in the United States and trying to find a job. They didn't really have any other option other than, Dunkin' Donuts. And so Maya turned to me and said, life isn't bad. Life is still good. I could hate my job, but I like coffee and I like donuts. So my life is donuts. And I said, that is worth a song. And it really did inspire me. And it inspired also that kind of dive into body positivity, right? We can enjoy sweet foods. We can enjoy the goodness of life without judging and tearing ourselves down for it, right? Yeah. So I encourage you this holiday season, go out and eat donuts. Eat donuts, eat cake. Enjoy your life.
You know me, I'm the topping on a cake. That's how much I eat it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are.
Grew right out of the cake at the top. Now that I wanted to tell you that the great visuals, visual ideas for the photos and the graphics for that Life is Donuts. So were they all your ideas? Because it's very colorful. I could just look at the pictures forever.
I took a music PR course last year and it inspired me to really level up as an artist. When you put together an idea and a concept, those song Life is Donuts, it screams colorfulness. And with Pride song, I went a little bit more gold. I went a little bit more finesse. I was going a little bit more David Bowie in my photo shoot, whereas Life is Donuts, I said, pink suit, in a pool, in a donut, eating donuts, dancing with donuts. What else can I do? Sprinkle myself with donuts. Everything had to be colorful.
I love the very, very colorful. And that you got to grab their attention, right, Justin? It's got to be grabbed. People have a 5 to 10 second attention span these days. So colors are going to grab it. sound is going to grab.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait till we watch the video later, because people are going to lose their minds over those songs. Now, you said that using pop music to change minds and save lives, that's what you're trying to do. How are you doing that?
I don't go into anything that I do without a purpose. And I really think that, I mean, thank you to both of the life coaches and mentors, many mentors that I've had in my life to help guide me on this process. But you have to know why you're doing something, right? Yeah. When I first picked up that guitar, I was writing because I was depressed, right? I was a depressed teenager and I was listening to Nirvana and I was connecting to the feeling of the depression that Kurt Cobain was feeling. But I wasn't writing with a purpose. Now I write with a purpose. My purpose is to change minds and save lives with pop music. I want to write empowering messages. I want people to feel inspired by the music that I write. I want people to dance. I want people to introspectively look at themselves and go, man, I can because they can. And I'm worth it. And I'm perfect the way that I am. Yeah, it really is important for the youth of America and the youth of the world to hear this. Yes. We're in very, very, very turbulent times. You know, we don't know who to trust anymore. And it comes down to us. You know, it comes down to our community. It comes down to who we surround ourselves with. And if somebody doesn't like you, who cares? What other people think about you is none of your business. That's right. So just step away and find the people who do love and care about you and want to spend time with you. Those are the people that are going to elevate your life. You just brought across with your words to me when you said that. There is a line, one of my favorite lines in a Billy Joel song where he says, "You can speak your mind, but not on my time." You know that song? Yes. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. I don't care. Yeah. I love that. Think of the name of the song. Yeah, I love that song. But that's what you did evoke in my mind, and it just goes to show how powerful words are in song. And we are, whether people don't want to admit it or know it or not, we're in the middle of a civil war. You got the Republicans and the Democrats at war. You got all kinds of prices are on the rise. You got a socioeconomic war. You've got a political war. You've got a race war. I mean, it's worse than the 60s. It seems like it's really bad. And it's hard to draw inspiration from things, just things. And as you said, a lot of people are depressed, and especially when everybody was locked in and locked down for a couple years. And I read a study where depression had caused suicide amongst teens. It was a 37% increase in suicide amongst teens. And a large portion was in the LGBTQ plus, I hope I got that right, community. And I thought, oh gosh, you know, we got to do something. What's happening that we can get out of this? So I believe that you are right, because a lot of people, when they get depressed, one of the things that psychiatrists say to do is to listen to music, your favorite music, because it will evoke that dopamine drip that you need in order to feel a little better. So your music is doing that, I'm sure. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And then I wanted to ask you about the current state of the music industry, which is what you wanted to talk about. I wanted to know this. I wrote this question. I thought about it and I thought, what would be a good question for Justin? Okay, so I wrote, in reference to the fast-paced emergence of AI, because I have become extremely fascinated with AI. I'm now posting all these AI videos. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm fascinated with how you can open an AI app and you can say, I want to create a song that sounds like Justin Renaissance's vocals, but I want it to have a blues sound and a jazz sound, but I want the same energy that Justin Renaissance puts in all his songs.
Do you know that the AI will research you, find your music, and write a song within a matter of seconds?
I think that is incredible. And I think AI is going to be really useful for certain things. When it comes to songwriting, and I get to talk to music supervisors in Hollywood right now, and I'm pitching my music for television and film. And what I can tell you is that those music supervisors love authenticity. AI in the music industry can't possibly take over. It just can't, because you need that human interaction. And that's the one piece that is missing from AI. Robots are not going to take over the world. This isn't the Terminator. We are using technology to our advantage in order to advance and to grow more intelligent. And the problem that I see with AI is that it is flawed. And no matter which way you slice it, it can be really good, but it's still going to have that flaw of not having that human emotion or that human insight behind it. I think the current state of the music industry is actually really good right now. We have a lot of opportunity that is happening for artists. There's millions of artists throughout the world. I look at one of the other, one of the Instagram pages that I follow, and they post my music a lot, called the Q Review. It's a
Is that Q-U-E-U-E?
The Q, letter Q, review.
Oh, the Q. Okay, got it.
And this is a forum for artists who identify as LGBTQ plus, right? And I say that because the plus aspect is so many more, right? We're not limiting. We're not limiting. And the other part that I love about the plus is our allies. Our allies are a huge part of this, and this makes a huge difference inside of our community. We need allies. We need people like you who don't necessarily identify as LGBTQ, but they are part of our community, and they love us, and they want to see us thrive, and they respect us. And that's what we need, because those are the people that actually change the minds of the people who are traditional, narrow-minded, and don't really have access to the world that's out there. They're caught in the bubble, and they're caught with a very narrow-minded point of view. And I'm saying it's not necessarily bad to have traditions. It's not bad to be somebody who likes what you like, but you don't have to hate other people in order to make yourself more accepted. You can just accept other people as they are. Live and let live.
Julian LA says, "Go Trenta."
Julian.
Yes. Julian. So let's talk about some of your favorite artists, heroes, and the artists that inspire your music. And let's just talk about two. Who are they, and what qualities do you admire about them? Now, I'm going to throw mine in before you get started, because I'm obsessed to the point where I wish I could clone him, Adam Lambert. Oh my God, when he came on American Idol, Michael Orland is a friend of mine, and he was the musical director for American Idol. And I said, oh my God, Michael, how could you stand being around him? He's so gorgeous. And not only that, but man, there is not one song that he sang on American Idol that he did not bring chills. He titillated me. I was in awe. I've never been affected by any musical artist since Donny Osmond like that, and Harry Styles, But I did not know at the time that he was a homosexual male. And there's a reason for that, which I'm not going to go into, but he represented himself so professionally. Little did I know I'd seen him in Wicked and didn't even realize it, like a couple of years before. But every song he sang, he made it his own, and he performed it. So I would say in the LGBTQ plus community, the only person that is my hero is Adam Lambert. And my wish is to one day meet him. And I keep saying, Michael, please, I want to meet Adam Lambert. Who are two for you and why?
That's a tough choice. I have so many. Adam Lambert, obviously a icon for the LGBTQ plus community.
That's right.
I think that there's a lot of icons for our community now.
We would know. Who would the mainstream know? Like everybody knows Adam.
I look at the legends, my heroes. Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury was a hero to me. And the way that he carried himself on stage and the way that he sang, he just embodied the likeness of somebody who wanted to make an impression on people. He wanted to elevate people's lives through his music. So that is my number one hero. My second hero, I love her so much. And I just get inspired anytime that she reinvents herself and comes back.
Madonna.
No.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. But hold on. Reinvented herself like 50 times. Okay.
I don't think this artist is LGBT.
Yeah.
But she is an ally. She is a huge ally. So she fits into that plus community.
Okay.
Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, when she came out with Born This Way, that gave our community life. It gave us hope. And honestly, Lady Gaga has been so Taylor. Thank you for listening to me. You're amazing. I appreciate all the love that everyone's sending. This is amazing.
Yes, they are so good. Oh, here's another one.
Oh my God.
You are so Freddie Mercury, Trina. I am going to agree with you on that, Richard Parks. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to have myself a real good time.
Wow. Oh, you people, for those of you who have not heard him sing, oh my God, I cannot tell you the first time I heard Justin sing. And I heard him with a band that was doing 80s music, and it was his Bon Voyage party before he moved to San Diego. And I could not believe it because I had heard everybody saying, oh, you got to hear Lewis sing. I mean, you got to hear Justin sing. You got
my dead name. It's okay.
I don't want to get. And when my husband and I heard him, oh my God, I couldn't believe what was coming out of his mouth. And not only does he sing, he was able to do that 80s vibe, but he performed like he was a performer. I said, Jesus God, this man has missed his time. He belonged in the 80s. He should have been a teen in the 80s. That is when you would have been right up there with all the best of the bands, the best singers. Your band would have been huge. You would have been Bon Jovi. You would have been, oh my God, you're fantastic. You really are. I mean, your voice is so good. And you were able to encapsulate the feel. When I was watching you, it was like you can evoke the zeitgeist of the 80s. It was like you were there. And I said, Jesus Christ, we got to book him for my birthday party. Oh my God, I know I can't afford him. Oh, he's in there. I was thinking all these things, but anyway, I get excited about you and your music.
No,
Sorry about that.
I appreciate you so much. And, but like I said, I grew up with Bon Jovi on the TV. My sisters instilled 80s metal into my brain. And when I got to Los Angeles and I was with my previous rock band and I was performing with them on the Sunset Strip, it kind of dawned on me. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is where Guns N' Roses started. Warrant and Poison. This is where they all came from.
Yes.
So I could not help but pay homage to that and sing some of their music. I have to be honest though, I got really tired of singing other people's music. I wanted to sing my own stuff. And that's what inspired me to write the music that I write.
Yeah.
And, I forgot to mention, I know I was only allowed two heroes. The third and most important one, the one that inspired me from the day I was born, Michael Jackson. I know that's very taboo conversation.
No, it's
Michael
not.
Jackson,
I love Michael Jackson.
I saw Michael Jackson giving millions of dollars to kids in Africa, to kids that were homeless and didn't have food, I said that. I want that. I want to do that. And if I ever make that much money, that's obviously not the goal, but if I ever make that much money, that is exactly what I'm going to do with it. And that's why I base everything that I'm doing now with a little bit of philanthropy. I'm doing this fundraiser for the San Diego Gay Men's Chorus right now, and it is so important to me. I established a community here in San Diego through the Gay Men's Chorus, and they became my brothers. They became my friends. They helped me through a breakup. They helped me through the hardest emotional times I've had as an adult. And I just want to give back to them. So
I had someone on my show from the chorus. My friend Stephen Levine is a PR agent, and and he got one of, I think it was the leader, and I cannot, because we're talking 2009 here, so I can't remember that far back, but I do remember I had someone on my show, and boy, was he so inspirational. God, I wish my brain isn't working right now, but yeah,
he was. That's okay. I love our director and current team. They're all amazing, and we're really, I mean, and that's synergistic with my goals. San Diego Gay Men's Chorus is to change lives through music, right? Yeah. That's exactly the whole purpose of this. I'm so inspired by it. I'm getting chills.
Yeah, I'm so inspired because I was thinking, oh my God. So I know this is just off the cuff, and if you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but I love your voice so much. Can you just do Tommy Used to Work on the Dock?
Oh, you want me to sing Living on a Prayer?
Just one line.
Okay.
Tommy used to work on the dock. Yeah. Union went on strike. He's down on his luck. You know the words, right?
I do. I wanted to hear your version of it because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Tommy used to work on the docks. Union went on strike. It's down on his luck. It's tough. So tough.
Wow. Ah! What about Michael? Give me one line.
All day.
He's down. Yeah. Oh God, I listen to that song. Give me a little Michael. You said you love Michael. Oh yeah, they haven't heard you hit those high notes. Give me a little Michael. Your favorite Michael song.
Oh man,
there's so many. There's so many. Okay, let's see.
In the spirit of the season.
Yes.
It's midnight. Something evil's lurking from the dark. In fact, the moonlight seems like I almost got your heart. You try to scream, but dedicate the song before you make it. You feel the breeze, and no one's seeing them right between your eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause this is thriller night.
Oh my God, that is too much. Oh my God, see that? It's so exciting. And you know what? I don't know much of Lady Gaga. I only know what's that one? I keep thinking Chemical Romance, but it's not. The only song. What is that? The song that she does about what's her most famous song, Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga? I mean, it's got to be either Born This Way or it's Applause. I mean, there's
it's Born
Lady
This
Gaga
Way.
Songs. So I'll tell you what.
I don't know one lady.
Is very, very active here. I have to pay homage to his favorite, Taylor Swift. An incredible
Richard Parks. Richard Parks' favorite song?
Richard Parks' favorite is Taylor Swift.
Okay, give me something.
He's like the biggest Swiftie. Anytime so he wants one of my jackets because I rhinestoned it with my logo on the back, and that's still promising to make him one. There you go, Richard. It's on camera now.
Richard, you'll get that jacket. Oh my God. Well, there's just so many wonderful artists out there. There are just too many to choose from. But thank you for that little treat.
Music is the soundtrack to our lives. And this is why it's so healing for people, right? Whenever you feel down, turn on the radio.
Turn it on.
Those might be lyrics to a next song.
I know. Oh! Look at this. All kinds of ideas is
Great
coming out.
music while I'm on a podcast.
Now, there you go. Now it's time for everybody to see Justin in action. We are going to be doing a music video extravaganza. Now, here's what you got to look forward to. Richard. Okay, so we're going to first start out with a visual video, which is the Pride song. The second one we're going to do is a lyric video, which is Life is Donuts, but you will get to see him. I think he's in a big giant donut float. I can't remember. The third one we're going to see is a visual video, Accessory. And my absolute favorite, which I didn't know was my favorite until I was watching all his videos, is called A New Hero. And that is a lyric video. And the last one is called The Journey. And that's a lyric video. Hopefully Albert has put them in that order, but if not, those are the songs going to
By the way, a little teaser. I'm re-releasing The Journey before the end of the year, and I'm including a featured rap artist in the song. So I'm releasing a new version of it, and it's going to hit sometime before the end of the year.
See that? Look at this, people. You're getting, what is that called when you give information that hasn't been released yet? What do they call that? I'm
dropping the...
Yeah, you're just dropping the knowledge. You're dropping something. You're giving something. Okay, so I wish that we could play all of them. Cairo Redemption Song says yes. Well, I say yes. Well, here we go. We're going to start out, and when we come back, we are going to answer questions from the LGBTQ plus. Did I get that right? LGBTQ plus community. People have written in all over the world. Oh, well, the country. I did have 2 from Spain, but I already have 34, and I hope that I can get to all your questions. If not, we're going to bring Justin back on, and then we'll finish the questions next year. So, and we'll feature the new song that he's going to do. He's redoing The Journey. So, oh my God, I'm sad that I didn't get you to sing part of the Journey songs because you rock Steve's songs. Oh my God. So Steve, oh my God, see, that's what I'm going to get. Next time you're going to do a Journey song. That's it. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to start with Pride song. Take it away, Albert.
This is my pride song. I know I'm where I belong. Yeah, this is my pride song. I know who I am, and I am strong. Are you ready for love, love, love? Love, love, love. Are you ready for love, love, love? I know who I am, and I am strong. Are you ready for love? 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 It's time to celebrate. Time to embrace the change. Free to elevate. No matter what's in our way. The wait is over. Just in time to live my dream. We got the power. It's all about what you believe. 'Cause I just love extra love, groovy moves and just enough, feeling good and dancing away. Hey, 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 pump it up and pour it out. Love the sweetness in my mouth. I live for the taste. I'm on this high all day long. You know all the words to my favorite song. Oh, my life is donuts. Oh, my life is donuts. Soft, sweet, all over me. Life is donuts. Such a treat, it's gotta be. Life is donuts. Got enough for everyone. Nothing like a little fun. Putting smiles on every face. This dough is fabulous. Can never get enough of the love from the life we make. I'm on this high all day long. You know all the words to my favorite song. Oh, my life is donuts. Nothing like a little fun, putting smiles on every face. This dough is fabulous. Can never get enough of the love from the life we make. I'm on this high all day long. You know all the words to my favorite song.
I know.
Oh, my life is donuts.
Feeling gayer and craving donuts.
Yes!
Scandalous is dropping secrets before they get
Here she is, my daughter's zone. Ladies and gentlemen.
I've been waiting for this moment far too long. I've been searching for the answer. What went wrong? My reflection's not the way you see me, hiding behind this face. In the deepest, darkest place, there's beauty waiting to escape. Never gonna be your accessory, accessory. Never gonna be your accessory, accessory. Oh, I wanna feel pretty. Oh, I wanna feel stronger. Oh, I wanna be different. When the hell you finally gonna listen? Have you ever been a victim of yourself? Is there someone lost inside you, screaming for help? My reflection's not the way you see me, hiding behind this face. In the deepest, darkest place, there's beauty waiting to escape. Never gonna be your accessory, accessory. Never gonna be your accessory, accessory. Oh, I wanna feel pretty. Oh, I wanna feel stronger. Oh, I wanna be different. When the hell you finally gonna listen? The outside, making my moves on every word you say. spoke for the lightning under the rainbow. From the darkest clouds comes a new hero. A new hero. Know the eye of the storm won't last very long. A hero's gotta be someone they can always count on. No, the eye of the storm won't last very long. A hero's gotta be someone they can always count on. I'm having trouble trying to see, walking through darkness and clouds. Where am I now? Where are we? Unsolved mysteries buried underneath our feet. Is this our heart beating? I just want you to know there's a whole lot of time. Even when it gets tough, it's okay to change your mind. It's not giving up. Love's been so hard to find. It's the journey every day and struggle to survive. Struggle to survive. Every page has memory. Stories of our life unfold. Let's just hit the open road. Go where no one goes. We're all on our own. Unsolved mysteries buried underneath our feet. Is this our heart beating? I just want you to know there's a whole lot of time. Even when it gets tough, it's okay to change your mind. It's not giving up. Love's been so hard to find. It's the journey every day and struggle to survive. Struggle to survive. Don't you know we're living in a dream? Don't you know we're living in a dream? I just want you to know there's a whole lot of time. Even when it gets tough, it's okay to change your mind. I just want you to know there's a whole lot of time. Even when it gets tough, it's okay to change your mind. It's not giving up. Love's been so hard to find. It's the journey every day and struggle to survive. Struggle to survive. Struggle to survive. Struggle to survive.
Woohoo! That's a
I have my own little dance party here.
I know. I was just having the best time by myself. Oh my God, your music there, it's so cool, right? Because you got the poppy dance song, and then you got my favorite, which, when I was listening to that, I was thinking I could have been listening to that when I was a teen and slow dancing with a hot big butt boy. I love it. I love that song. As a matter of fact, I want to buy that for my playlist. Is that on Apple Music?
Apple Music, Spotify, it's everywhere.
So all of these songs you can buy
streaming.
all on iTunes, right?
Yeah, you can stream them on Spotify. You can subscribe to me on Spotify. You can add it on Apple Music. You can download them and pay for them on Apple Music. They're everywhere.
I like Nappy Trails. Gave you some hearts. You know who Nappy Trails are?
Nappy Trails.
It's probably a new
Isaac.
fan. Isaac, there you go.
Love you
Oh my
too.
God, their songs are so good. See, I told you people. What I tell you? And you should see them perform live, like in person live.
A lot of them have.
We are going to find out if you have any shows coming up. But now we are getting to the questions that everybody wrote in when they found out you were coming on the show. And this is from the LGBTQ plus community. So let's get started. We had 34. We're not going to get through all of them, but we're going to bring Justin back next year. Maybe he can keep it to 1 or 2 minutes and we'll get a lot in. All right. First one is from, oh Lord, I can't see. Doug from Tampa. All right. Do you think the music industry has become more inclusive for the LGBTQ plus artists in recent years? Thank you, Doug from Tampa. Go ahead.
Hi, Doug. Yes, absolutely. I do believe this. Really simple answer here. If you look at an artist like Lady Gaga, who has come through, she's one of our allies, but she is very much so part of our community. If you look at Chappell Roan, even from the 80s, you see Freddie Mercury, you see George Michael, that were open about their sexuality. It doesn't matter what your sexual preference is nowadays. It just matters if you're a good human being. So if you're writing music, yes, absolutely. Please come forward. There is a community for you.
And putting good music out there too. Okay, the next question is from Darren from Fire Island. I've heard of Fire Island. Fire Island, where is that?
That's in New York. Fire Island is a fun place to go and visit.
Sounded familiar. Okay, for Darren, and he said, "Hey Justin, can you tell me how music has reached audiences beyond the LGBT community? I don't really find that to be so."
That music has reached beyond the LGBT
community.
Well, look, if you just look at examples, I mean, We Will Rock You. I mean, I'm going to come back to Queen.
Yeah.
There was no question. There was absolutely no question. Freddie Mercury was part of the LGBTQ plus community. We Will Rock You rocked the world. And that was in the 80s.
They're anthem songs.
And this is what I'm saying. We can do this now. We can do this now. We don't need permission. We are allowed. And
with the Pride song, perfect example.
Pride honestly, Pride song's for everybody. Pride song is not just for the gay community. It's about self-love. And I think anyone in the world can practice that. The whole purpose is to promote love in the world, not hate.
And acceptance, very important, acceptance. Okay, the next question is from Isaac from San Francisco. And he said, "Hey, Jay, have you ever faced challenges in the music industry due to your sexuality? What advice do you have for others, specifically me, to deal with situations the most professionally? Because I want to beat a bitch."
Well, I mean, yeah, we may want to cut a bitch from time to time. But here's the thing is that we can't face, look, I long and short story of this. I was assaulted when I was 16 years old in my high school for wearing dark makeup and lipstick. And I was looked at as somebody who was part of the LGBTQ plus community at that time. And they wanted to inflict pain upon me because of that. I have survived that. That was 2 years before Matthew Shepard was murdered, right? Now, here's the thing. We cannot go and combat hate with hate. We have to combat hate with love. In the music industry, you go and you be you. You sing the songs that you want to sing, and you write the music that you want to write, regardless of what anybody thinks. There is room for everybody. And I promise you that there is somebody who will stand behind you.
Absolutely. The next question is from Hayden from Coral Gables. And he said, "How do you use your platform to advocate for the LGBTQ rights?"
Okay, this is an important one. So I can't be at every event. I honestly would love to be. But for instance, yesterday was our trans march in Hillcrest, and because I had to work, I could not make it to that. But if I was able to be there, I would have been there, and I would have been in support of our community. I also support our community through fundraisers. Giving back is so important. Look, hand it out in slices. It will come back to you in loaves. Small amounts to support the organizations, your local LGBTQ resource center, your gay men's chorus, your, Human Dignity Foundation that gives so much to all the other organizations and writes grants for them. I mean, there are so many organizations out there that will help support the community, and that is the best way, in my opinion, to help support. I do a lot of fundraising, and a lot of my friends and my fans are like, oh, geez, he's asking us to support something again. Well, I'll tell you what, it's important, and it's part of my passion, so I'm not going to stop doing it.
That's right. Now, the next question comes from Finn. Oh, I love that name. Finn from Pittsburgh. Hey, Justin, how do you think how does your sexuality influence your musical style or songwriting?
Pride Song is a really great example of this, Finn. If you listen to the original version of Pride Song, we saw the music video, which was the Eye on the Prize remix, which, by the way, if you're in San Francisco, my friend Eye on the Prize is a local DJ out there, and he is fabulous. Anyway, if you listen to the original version, I purposely included a lot of our gay lingo, right? The fabulous and, you better work. And, even some ones that I've created, like you better be ready. But there's certain things that, make our community what we are. And it's our expression. It's how we express ourselves. So I think that that's the answer, is to continually express myself and not be afraid of what other people think.
Absolutely. The next question is from Gregory from Anchorage, Alaska. Ooh, you are reaching all far up there. Oh,
Alaska.
Hey, he called you Mr. Renaissance. Dear Mr. Renaissance, what advice would you give to aspiring LGBT plus performers? Any resource information for young people?
I would say, depending upon where you are, it's going to be different.
Alaska.
Well, right. And then that's why I mentioned that, because in Alaska, I don't know. I've never been to Alaska yet. I'm happy to take a trip there to make a performance at a Pride festival, or even somewhere that. Yes,
Gregory, make it happen. All right.
But I would say, if you're an aspiring artist, just start writing. Write your poems, write your music, start singing. Start playing an instrument, and put yourself in the community that you really feel comfortable in. It has to be a safe space. And if you don't feel safe in that space, then take yourself out of that community and find another one. And really, that's what it comes down to. It's about creating a safe space for yourself so you can feel free to perform and be who you are authentically on that stage. In any way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter if you're a go-go dancer. Doesn't matter if you just want to get up on stage and play flute, or if you want to get up and do poetry. There's tons of different artist mediums. It doesn't just have to be pop music. But I use pop music because it's one of my favorite things.
What's my favorite? That means get your ass out of Anchorage and get down to LA or San Francisco, honey. All right. Now, the next one comes from Jason from Altoona, I think that's Pennsylvania. Okay. Altoona. Yeah, like the tuna. Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Jason from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He didn't say what. Okay, he said, Justin, what do you think are the biggest challenges facing the LGBT plus entertainment industry today, and your thoughts on how to improve?
I think the same struggles that we as an LGBT community face are what every artist is facing right now. Look, it costs money to do things, right? And you have to be able to support that somehow. If you are making music and you're releasing it and you're getting photo shoots done and you're putting it on, Spotify via DistroKid or via CD Baby, whatever, however you're distributing it, it's going to cost money, right? My suggestion is that take courses, take PR courses, take sync license courses, find the ways where you can start making some of that money back. Sign up for a PRO. You know, if you don't know what that is, it's either ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. There's even a couple of others in other countries, but you want to make money off of your music. You want to monetize it. You have to learn how to do that. And I've spent a lot of time this year specifically learning a lot about that myself because it's constantly changing. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's so true. That's a whole show right there. Okay, the next one is from Giannis from Queens, and he says, Queens up in the house. What, dear Justin, what message do you want to convey to young LGBTQ plus people through your music? I'm 13. Oh.
I will say that you are just as important as everybody else. You are the star of your own show. Mm-hmm. And I want you to know that you are loved. Probably if you're not loved within inside of your family circle, if you're not loved within inside of your friend circle, there is somebody out there who will love you and love hard on you and help you to grow. And if I knew that I had such a present community here in San Diego, I probably would have left New Jersey when I was 15. But I went through the struggles and I had to discover. And there's so many resources now, whether it be your local LGBT resource center, whether it be just a fun group of people who get together. There could be an LGBT meetup. I've heard of those now. But put yourself around the people that inspire you to be a better you and to be yourself. And don't let anybody tell you how to be.
That's right. That's for sure. Okay. The next question is from Sterling from Tallahassee. Sterling. I love that name. Okay. He said, hey, Jay, what? They're calling you Jay. Hey, Jay, which LGBTQ plus artists have inspired you musically? I think we talked about that.
I think I've already mentioned Queen.
Sorry about that, Sterling, but if you're at this point, you already know.
Adam Lambert, Chappell Roan. I mean, there's a lot of us out there. We're present in the community, very, very much so. George Michael.
Oh God, I love George Michael. Okay, so the next question is from Mike from Montpelier, Vermont. Well, we got some. Justin, what do you think would be your ideal celebrity musician to collaborate and perform with, and why? Who's living?
That's a really awesome question. I would love to open for Lady Gaga. Be so honored at some point in my career to do that. I'm severely inspired by Chappell Roan right now. Taylor Swift, I feel like, has always, she's really put herself out there. She's authentic and honest. I would open for her in a heartbeat. Really, there's a lot of new artists that are coming into play. So on a realistic side of things, I am just happy to work with David Archuleta. I mean, he's also another LGBT artist.
I didn't know that. Michael knows him. I'm sure he was
but if I were to set my standards really, really high, I would say that before she stops touring and does her final farewell tour, I would want to perform with Cher.
Friend.
And Cyndi Lauper.
I'm gonna have to hook you up. All right.
Yeah.
Friend of a friend, but a friend now. We'll talk about it. Okay. So next question comes from Ben from Chicago. And he says, hey, Justin, can you describe your favorite and least favorite part about being a performer?
Favorite part about being a performer is the excitement I get when I stand on stage in front of my audience. Doesn't matter if there's 3 people or 3,000 people or 30,000 people in front of my audience. When I'm connected with you and I'm singing with you and to you, that's my favorite part. Least favorite part of performing is the stress of putting together the outfits and the makeup and the choreography and all, making sure that everything is done really, really well. I'm a high performance Virgo here. And if things are perfect, I'm like, it's not going to be great, but it ends up being great anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah. My ascendant's Virgo. So that's where my OCD comes in. Now, next question is from Roger from Seattle. And he said, hey, Justin, can you describe your favorite type venue for performing and why?
No, I love Pride festivals. I haven't performed at a Pride festival yet, to be perfectly honest. I've performed for Pride. I performed at Urban Moe's here for Pride, and that was a great venue. But I mean, CityFest. CityFest has been my favorite venue so far. Anywhere that I can be in front of lots of people, like a Lollapalooza or a Coachella, that would be the ideal for me.
Have you performed for the Doodah Parade?
I didn't know there was a Doodah Parade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You have to give me the info.
It's huge. It's huge in Monrovia's Sierra Madre every year.
Yeah.
Like thousands of people. Remind me, text me, because my friend, I think, is in charge of booking the talent there. That's the only reason I know about that. So
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm game.
Next question is from Kip in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Hey, Justin, what tips would you give to help someone select a great performance venue? I'm in Las Vegas, which we know, Kip. Can't find a cheap venue.
Start small. You know, when I put on my release for A New Hero, I went to my local bar that actually had a live music venue called at that time it was called the Maro, but now it's called EQ, and it was the only live music venue in Hillcrest. But it was a small little club, and I packed the house. But start small. Go to your local cabaret. You know, sing a couple songs for cabaret. Like, find any reason to perform. If you love performing and you love singing, find anywhere, anytime, any place. The gay men's chorus or the gay woman's chorus.
Kip, you're in Las Vegas. There's got to be 100 million places there. Kip, go looking.
You just got to do a little bit of research. Trust me, I don't love the research myself, but it is worthwhile.
Now, the next question, I am so happy, Gary, you sent this in. Gary from St. Louis said, Justin, can you give me one must do and one don't do to be successful working in the entertainment industry?
Success is a mindset, my friend.
One must do, like, for example, you must come to work on time or you must show up on time. One don't is don't oversaturate yourself with clone. That's what I heard. Okay,
must
so what
do is to be yourself. And the must don't do is don't spend a lot of money.
Yes, I love that. People think they can't do anything. Be resourceful, be creative, think outside the box. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Next question is from Paulie from Miami. And he said, hey, Justin, can you please tell me your absolute most favorite performance personally and why? So your favorite performance, and why was it your favorite?
My favorite performance that I've done?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And why was it?
I have to say that my favorite performance was my release of A New Hero at the Maro in 2023. And it's because I had a live band on stage, I had a DJ, and I had dancers and backup singers, and everybody that was at that venue. I mean, I met people that night that said, hey, we just saw that there was a concert going on and we just came in. Like, I had like 150 to 200 people in that small venue.
Where was that? In San Diego?
All there for me.
In San Diego?
In San Diego.
Damn. Are you ever performing in LA like that?
I did perform at Akbar. In fact, I'm talking with Akbar to try and get a little bit of a longer show there. I've performed for Planet Queer there. I'm also, I'm open to performing in LA. It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah. Oh
Anyway.
my God. That's a small venue. So I want to know first so I can reserve something. You can't reserve anything there, but yeah, I would recommend if he had, yeah, but it's one of those personal venues where you're going to get close up and personal with Justin. You might even be able to get a little feel if you accidentally bump into him.
Look at you auctioning me
He'll
off.
be wearing his pink suit.
Wait. Highest bidder here.
I'm trying to solicit you. All right. Now, next question is from Todd from Baton Rouge. We're going to get through these questions. We're powering through because there's only a couple more left. Todd from Baton Rouge. He says, "Hey, Justin, what is your proudest achievement as a singer, dance performer, and why?" I think that is the question you just answered, isn't it?
What? No, my proudest achievement. My proudest achievement was raising $3,700 for the Deaf Community Services for my first ever live performance of my music in 2021.
Oh, wow.
The whole show was a fundraiser, and I wanted to support Deaf Community Services. I had deaf dancers. We incorporated ASL into the choreography. I wanted to make sure that our deaf community felt welcome as well. That's so important. Inclusion is so important.
Yeah. And well, that leads me to a question. With the deaf community, I know a lot of deaf people can actually hear the bass and the drums. Do you, I guess when you have a show for the deaf community, do you adjust the volume at all?
So really what it came down to was having someone signing in the front of the stage for them, and the Deaf Community Services here in San Diego provided somebody for us to do that. And if it wasn't for Marla Marks, I wouldn't have had that connection. Marla was one of my dancers for that show, and just a fabulous human being. But the real thing is that where I would want to go with it, if I were to continue down that road in the future, is I would want it to be an interactive light and bass vibrational experience for the deaf community. That's where I would ideally want to go with it.
Yeah, and you'd have to wear the pink suit and give us some booty shakes because they are seeing what you're doing. So you are eye candy. So
it's not Beyonce, but it's close enough.
That's right. You come with your own meat suit.
Oh my gosh. Priscilla.
Next question is from Tim from Boston. Ooh. Hey, Justin, what life lessons did you learn that you still use in your career business decisions today? I like that question.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple was the hardest one for me to learn because I like bigger, better. I always like that. So keep it simple. Pride song, Eye on the Prize music video was an example of that. Also,
try not to edit to death, because I know we having the Virgo thing, we want to make it better and we edit and change.
Yeah. But I can say keep it simple, and then also, when people raise their hand to be a part of your experience, and acknowledge them, acknowledge those people, treat the people that are around you who love you with a lot of respect and love, and try and give them time and attention. That's all I can say. I respond to every Instagram message, and I want to be involved with people. And, I have to have boundaries as well, but I really do want to elevate people's lives. And I can do that even without music.
Right. And boy, people will you'll keep lifelong fans if you return their texts or emails and acknowledge them.
I welcome them. I welcome them.
Absolutely.
Please send me direct messages on Instagram.
That's right. We're going to give your email too. Okay. Next question is from Parker from Syracuse. And he said, "Hey, Justin, what makes your musical style unique compared to others in the industry?"
I have to say, I've done a lot of research in the music industry right now, and there's a lot of female pop artists who are being asked for television and film placements, right? I don't see a lot of male pop artists being asked for right now. Not only that, but if they are male pop artists, they're more on like the Justin Timberlake side of stuff, and they're not, and we're kind of borderlining a little bit of R&B. I don't know if anybody's delivering pop rock like I am. I mean, I think the closest ones are like Walk the Moon or like Neon Trees. I mean, Tyler from Neon Trees, he's incredible. And he's so just inspirational for being a part of our community as well.
Can you acknowledge Nappy Trails?
Nappy Trails, Erin, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, my girl. You are amazing.
Loves the conversation. Oh, so you figured out who Nappy Trails were?
Yeah, she messaged and said it was Erin before.
Okay, thank you, Nappy Trails. I like that name. Okay, next one is from Hunter from Cincinnati. He said, Justin, what strengths do you have that you believe make you a great performer? Strengths. I think mental strengths.
I have to say I am tenacious. I do not back down easy. I go for the gold, especially when there's a purpose greater than myself behind it. I don't care what anybody else thinks. And I think that this was something that I actually struggled with most as an artist, was trying to allow myself to be the star, because I wanted to showcase everybody else. I wanted to help everybody else. And that comes with a cost. But for me, my greatest strength is now being able to own in and be authentically who I am and show up for my fans and show up for any performance, for charities, for, businesses. I mean, this year I did a performance for OutBio, which is the LGBTQ plus community nonprofit that services the biotech industry. And I love that. I just absolutely love it. I love being a part of other circles. I'm a networker and a communicator.
You are. That is for sure. Oh my God, we got 3 questions. Okay. Lyle. I like that name, Lyle. Lyle from Taos, New Mexico. And he says, Jay, what would you do if you made a mistake during a performance? I make them all the time. I get flustered. My heart starts beating and I feel like running off the stage.
Don't
do that, Lyle.
Lyle, I have to tell you, I do it all the time. And I'll tell you what nobody knows. So for me, if I flub something up, if I mess up a lyric or whatnot, if I miss a note, look, it's rock and roll. When David Grohl's up on stage, one of my favorite bands of Foo Fighters, when David Grohl's up on stage and he's screaming at the top of his lungs, nobody cares if that's in the right pitch, right? And if he breaks the string, he's fallen flat on his face. He's broken his leg before. I don't think that there is anything that could stop me from wanting to get back up on the stage and continue the show.
Yeah, you fall off the stage, somebody's going to rip your clothes off, and you go up there. Ah! That doesn't matter.
I will keep that in mind when I do crowd surfing.
You would go back, all right? You take it off yourself. Okay, Steve from Honolulu. What's the best piece of advice another musician ever gave you? Ooh, I like that question, Steve from Honolulu.
The best piece of advice that I was given by another musician was, do what you're able to do, right? Don't force yourself to do something that is beyond your capabilities. I used to go for notes that I shouldn't be hitting. And my voice teacher, Gary Katona, said to me, don't do it. Just don't go for the note. And sometimes that's okay. If you look at singers like Katy Perry or, even My Chemical Romance, that, they still create the sound. They still create the experience. They don't always go for the screaming high notes. Right. It's just not possible. John Bon Jovi doesn't do it with Living on a Prayer. The whole audience is, whoa! The whole audience sings, right?
Yes, I was going to mention him. He's completely from doing what you just said don't do. Mm-hmm. Because he's done that, he's completely, I love him, but he's really hurt his voice to the point where he's smart. He's getting the audience to now do the high parts, but
he delivers where it's important.
That's right.
He delivers where it's important. And he's still calculated and where it's important. Yeah, that's the true expression of a professional artist.
Still coming, but if you hit notes that you know that you've not trained for, that you are not capable of doing, because of course in music If you're a guitar player, everybody wants you to go fast, 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 fast. If you're a singer, they want you to go high, 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 or low, 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 low. But it can really damage your voice without proper training. So if you want to do that, get the proper training to be able to protect your voice.
Sometimes you're sick. Sometimes you're sick. My new hero show, I literally had no voice the day before. Wow. I was like throat coat and honey, and I was like not talking at all to anybody because I just wanted to get on stage and deliver the best show that I've ever had. And I didn't go for the high notes that show. I just hit the notes that were possible. And I had probably the best performance of my life.
Yeah, or adjust the song set list. Two questions left. Second to the last is from Ryder from Los Angeles. And he said, Justin, what's your advice to people dealing with performance? I think we answered that. Performance anxiety. We just did that one.
Meditate.
Meditate
beforehand. I mean, honestly, I used to listen to Ani DeFranco. I love her music, and I just put on the up on my streaming, and I would listen to that, and I would close my eyes, and I would just center before I got on stage. And it was so important for me to be able to be present to connect with my audience.
Yeah. Oh, Ani DeFranco. I wonder if she's a great granddaughter of the DeFranco family from the 70s. I'm going to look that up. Last question. Colby from Portland said, hey, Justin, which qualities do you think make a great musician? Not a good musician, not an okay musician, a great musician. I'm going to throw in I'm not going to talk to the skill level. I'm going to talk to, I think that based on what I've heard from Cher and people who know what they're talking about, you have to be at the core, you have to be professional. And that means you have to learn what it takes to get the show done or the job done. So I would say professionalism on a business level. You take the other part.
100% professionalism on a business level. It's not just about, practicing and doing the work. It's also about showing up and being nice to the people who are helping you with the lighting, people who are helping you with the sound, stage managers, regardless if somebody says, oh, you can't park there or don't do that. They're just trying to help everybody else. So you want to be professional on a personal level with everyone that you meet.
That's right. And speaking to that, one of the things that I know personally and absolutely happened was a lot of times the people on American Idol and other competition shows, they wanted to be stars. They thought they could be a star. I'm not talking about the fact that a lot of them could not sing, but the ones that made it through and ended up being like the top second place, third place, they unfortunately could not handle it, Justin. They thought they wanted to be a star. When they got there, they had performance anxiety, panic attacks. They didn't want to get up early. They didn't want to make the schedule that was broken down to them. They couldn't do a tour. So you might think that you want to be a star and a celebrity, but you've got to have a lot of other things other than talent. You got to have stamina. You've got to be ambitious and goal-oriented, and you got to really want it, and it's got to be exciting for you. It can't be like, oh, I got to get up at 5 and be in the studio at 5:30, and you really can't do that. If that's something you don't like to do, then it's not going to work out for you.
Well, not only that, but I'm going to come back to the big why. Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Right?
Why?
If you're doing it for fame and fortune and money, you're probably in the business for the wrong reasons. You have to, at your core, really know why. My why is I'm going to change minds and save lives with pop music. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. Yeah. And it stemmed from an idea that I had when I was on the phones as a Lifeline operator for the Trevor Project. I did that for 4 years in Los Angeles. And it changed my life. So I was giving back even then, volunteering my time. And now I volunteer my efforts, I volunteer my artistry, and I volunteer to be present in my community and show up and help the organizations that are helping our community.
Yeah. Oh, I also had somebody on my show from the Trevor Project back in 2009 too. But yeah, it a lot of people, and that advice that I gave, it's not just for the music industry. It's also if you want to be an actor. Actually, it's for any job, really. That
how you show up here is how you show up everywhere.
That's right. You really have to be, if you want to make money, you have to be professional. And that's even if you're, a janitor, if you are a window washer, you've got to want
keep at it. No matter what you're doing and what you want to do, just keep at it. It will show up.
Keep at it. And if you have to, I want to point something out. A lot of people they have a day job, but their dream is to be a professional singer, dancer, model, musician. And for whatever reason, they may not make it on a high scale, grandiose level, but that doesn't mean that you can't keep it as a hobby. If you always wanted to be an actor and you're 50, 60 years old, never pursued it, well, there's community theater. There's always
back to it too. You can always take a break and come back.
Yeah, you can always do it. It may not be on the grand scale of being a Kardashian. They do different things, believe it or not. They have skills now. Don't be bashing my Kardashians. I love them. But they have become a product. They don't sing, they don't dance, they don't act, but they just are. And you can be too. I mean, with social media, there's influencers, there's so many things that you can be. And you can use that venue and pursue singing or dancing or modeling or being a musician. So it's just, the limit is up here. You just
I'm going to give anybody out there the best advice that I've gotten and I've been so inspired by so far this year.
Yeah.
You be in control of your contact list. Open up an Excel spreadsheet and make a list of all of the people in your phone and make sure you have their cell phone number and their email address, and then keep in contact. That doesn't mean you need to spam them with everything under the sun. I mean, I sent probably 150 to 200 people messages about this podcast today, right before we started recording it. And it's because I really wanted people to tune in so that they can hear my perspective on it. But the real thing is I'm in control of my contact list. Yeah. Spotify, social media, you don't get control. They could shut down at any time and then poof, it's gone.
I didn't know that.
Why not? Why not? It's owned by people. It's not owned by the people who are creating profiles. It's owned by the CEOs and the people who have money.
Yeah, those are very good tips. See, I wouldn't
have your Excel spreadsheet and keep in touch with your people. When people raise their hand and they want to be part of your tribe, make sure that you acknowledge them.
Now I'm going to go even older school than that. I make sure every year, at the end of the year, I go through my contact list, and it's quite extensive. It takes months, but eventually I get through it, and I get rid of contacts that are irrelevant for whatever reason, because you certainly don't want to be sending information to people who you haven't talked to in 15, 20 years. But I actually, there's a reason why you haven't talked to them in that long. But what I do is, and you're going to just think this is crazy, I am always afraid that one day the world is going to shut down. So I print out my contacts. I make sure I have a hard copy, because if something were to happen, you only got that copy. Not that you could do anything with it, because there wouldn't be any phone or cell service or internet. But
my friends, this is going to be the most expensive database someday.
That's right. I'm going to have all the contact numbers, right? Oh my God. But yeah, it's very important to constantly, and another thing you could do to build when you go to do a show, even if it's just your first show, always have somebody, if you can't do it, have somebody go around and say, oh, thank you for coming to the show. Justin would love to add you to the contact list. Is there any way we can get your email or your?
I try to do this at my merch table. I try to be at my merch table. I want to talk to people.
That's
right. There is a line of people at my merch table, like there was for CityFest. I will stay there for hours and talk to people.
Yes.
After 5-10 minutes of a conversation, I'll usually say, hey, thank you so much for coming. I want to try and get to other people. But, I want to talk to everybody. I want to meet everybody. I want to know. And
if you have shows and you find that there's a person or people that are coming repeatedly, give them a shout out while you're up on stage. If they're not performers themselves, it will be like the Lord himself, said hello and thank you for coming. And they'll come to the next show and they'll bring their friends and they'll bring their family. So there's so many things that you can do. All right. We are going to give out his social media information. Website, justinrenaissance.com. Justin. And you're going to... So many people said, how do you spell Renaissance? Everybody has to ask Alexa how to spell, including myself. Every time when I was typing up the show, I'm going, how the hell do you spell Renaissance? So I copy and paste it. So I now know how to spell Renaissance. So that's what you did for me. I didn't know how to spell it before I met you. Okay. Social media, Linktree at Justin Renaissance. TikTok. No, see, this is another thing that Justin did, and I don't know if he knew this, if it was instinctual, or if he knew it from his PR experience, but it is so important when you're branding to keep it consistent. It is so important. If you meet somebody at a party and they are drunk and they can't remember your name, or they can't remember this or that, and they go, it was that guy and his name was Justin, and they figure out it's Renaissance, they'll go to Google and they'll type Justin Renaissance, and look what happens. His Linktree will pop up at Justin Renaissance, his TikTok at Justin Renaissance, Instagram, Justin Renaissance, YouTube, Justin Renaissance, Facebook. Do you see the pattern here? He kept it consistent.
There are only two.
Very important.
There are only two mediums, and I don't really use them very often, but Twitter and Snapchat.
Yes.
I use JR Makes Music. They wouldn't let me use Justin Renaissance.
Yeah. So, yeah, I figured that. JR Makes Music. Yeah. But keep it consistent like Justin did. It's very important when people want to find you. They want to know, you're a medium. Even with Linktree, which I think is one of the greatest platforms that was ever created. Do you know people have a hard time finding people on Linktree? Because if you go linktree.com, people don't know what to do then. Right. It's very bizarre, but somebody else should create a better one, but it's a great idea. On Spotify, is it at Justin Renaissance?
Yep, you can just look up Justin Renaissance on Spotify.
And then
on
also
Apple Music and Amazon, all the streamings.
All the streaming. So right now, for example, when I get off, I'm going to iTunes and I'm buying that song. So if I go to iTunes, Justin Renaissance, you're going in my playlist.
I love it.
I never thought you'd be in my
playlist.
playlist.
Thing that anybody could ever give to me as a gift. I don't know if we're well over time, but what I want to, what happened?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay, we're good. So the best thing that anybody can do is when you're in Spotify or in Apple Music and you can just add my song to your playlist of your favorites, that actually does more for me on the algorithms than anything else. It doesn't matter.
Say it again. How did they do it?
Go to Apple Music or Spotify or YouTube and add my song to your playlist. When you add my song to your playlist, it triggers the Spotify and the YouTube and the Apple Music algorithms, and it is like wildfire. They'll start sharing it with other people.
Okay. So that's separate from going to iTunes and me buying the song.
You can buy it, and that goes through my publishing company will give me the royalties for that. But what I'm saying is, like, that's wonderful, and then you can add it to your playlist that way. But if somebody doesn't purchase music and they only stream, the best way to help is to add my music to their playlist.
All right. So if I go to YouTube after the show and I I want to take the song that I was going to buy and I add it to my play. Is that an easy process?
It's an easy process. You just create your playlist in YouTube. You put in all the other songs or whatnot that you want in there. You can put music videos in there. But yeah, you can add it to your playlist too.
If there's something that says add to playlist. By the way, what I found wild was when I was on Instagram, when I was posting you being on the show tonight, you know how when you get past the picture and it goes to if you want to add music. So I wasn't thinking right away. I was going to just pick a song that I thought would best represent you. And then I thought, you know what, let me see if his music is there. And I typed, and it was there. And I said, oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yep.
How did you get your music on the Instagram? How did it populate?
This all happens through distribution. So I use DistroKid and I use CD Baby. CD Baby is what I originally used for distribution, and now I use DistroKid.
Yeah.
There's other ones out there too. There's TuneCore and a bunch of others, but that will send it out to all the streaming platforms. For DJs, I think it's different.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought, oh my God, there's his songs. And then of course I added the Pride song, but I was just flipping out that you could do that. So people who are posting on Instagram, if you're a musician, put your name in there.
And TikTok. Use my songs for TikTok. Use them for Instagram posts. It's free. Do it.
It's free?
Free.
You said my name. All right. We, Justin Renaissance, a.k.a. Pop-Rock-Zaddy, did not I've never heard that before. I love that. Performance artist, singer, songwriter. Again, website, justinrenaissance.com. Thank you so much, Mr. Justin Renaissance,
Thank
for
you,
being a
Priscilla.
guest.
You're amazing. I had such a great time today. I appreciate everybody who tuned in and all of the questions that came in too. Please feel free to reach out to me, direct message via Instagram.
Yes. Or can they email you?
Yeah, I don't check my emails as often, so I would say Instagram's the best form.
Okay, so what social media platform do you go to most that you prefer?
Instagram. Every day I'm checking my Instagram 1,000 times.
Okay, at Justin Renaissance. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna have Justin back on next year because he's redoing his song, and then we got through all the questions, but there's gonna be more.
I love it. Can't wait for it.
Okay, maybe what we'll do is we'll ask him to perform at one of my events or parties, and then I'll live stream. And then you can see him. But I'm gonna have to request the pink suit.
Okay, pink suit. Done.
Okay, thank you so much. Say goodbye to your fans.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I appreciate and love all of you.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Question Reality with Priscilla Leona.